Hello, everybody. Welcome back to skill number 8 now of the structure section for the TOEFL preparation course. And this is a little bit of a continuity from skill 6, which was coordinating conjunctions or coordinating connectors, and skill 7, which was use cause and time connectors correctly. Here, we're going to be working with other adverb connectors. And this just means basically that we need to understand the vocabulary, right? What makes a connector and what is the meaning of the connector, right? So in this case, we're going to be looking at contrast, condition, manner, and place, right? It's the same idea. So we have an example here. I will leave at 7 if I am ready, right? So we have I will leave, clause number 1, if connector, and I am ready, second clause, right? Or of course, we can put the connector in the beginning. Although I was late, comma, very important to put the comma, I managed to catch the train, right? Okay, so the same idea, there is going to be a little tip, a little note in a little bit, but let's first look at an example. So here it says, you will get a good grade on the exam provided. So which do you think is the correct option? Provided studying, provided study, provided to study, or provided you study? This one seems very difficult because provided is not a very common connector. But if we see the grammar, we will see that you is the subject, will get is the verb, and then we have provided, which is a connector. So what do we need after the connector? We need a subject, a second subject, and a second verb, right? That's why in this case, D, or you study, is the correct one. Provided you study is like siempre y cuando, something like that, right? So let's look at the vocabulary of the connectors, because I think this is going to be the most important part, right? We have, for example, for condition, if, in case, provided, providing, unless, whether. For contrast, for example, we have although, even though, while, whereas. Here, for example, although, even though, and though are basically the same thing, right? This is aunque in Spanish. While and whereas is like mientras. For manner, we have as or in that. And then for place, we have where or wherever, right? Like donde sea o donde. So we could say Bob went to school even though he felt sick, or even though Bob felt sick, comma, he went to school, right? This is the note I was talking about, very important. A comma is often used in the middle of the sentence with a contrast connector, right? So this is key. Anytime we have a contrast connector like these ones right here, we need to separate them by a comma, even if the connector is in the middle, okay? Okay, so be very careful with this. When we have a contrast connector in the middle, we still have to put a comma, because these two ideas are actually opposite ideas, right? The Smith family arrived at 2, while the Jones family arrived an hour later, right? So that's two different ideas, contrasting ideas, actually. Okay, so make sure you study this graph, and now we're going to go with exercise 8 of the TOEFL skills. Okay. Here it says each of the following sentences contains more than one clause, right? So we need to detect the two clauses, underline the subjects once and the verbs twice. Circle the connectors, right? And then indicate if the sentence is correct with a C or incorrect with an I, right? So let's look at number 1. It is impossible to enter that program if you lack experience as a teacher. So it is the first clause. If is my connector, and you lack is my second clause, right? So this one has all the elements. It's correct. Let's look at number 2. The commandant left strict orders about the passes. Several soldiers left the post anyway. So the commandant left is one clause. Several soldiers left is the second clause, but we don't have a connector in the middle or in the beginning, so it's going to be incorrect, right? Okay, yeah, we have a missing connector. Okay, so now we're going to go with exercise 3 to 10. So I'll leave this right here for a moment so you can pause the video. Please do number 3 to 10 and we will check them in a moment, okay? Good luck. Okay, let's check these. Number 3 says, no one is admitted to the academy unless he or she the education requirements. So first we have no one, which is a subject for is admitted. We have unless, which is a connector, unless he or she is my other subject, but we don't have a verb for he or she, right? Unless he or she meets the education requirements or something like that. So we have a missing verb. It's incorrect. Yes. Let's look at number 4. While most students turned the assignment in on time, a few asked for an extension. So right off the bat, we have while, which is a connector. Turned is my verb. Who or what turned? Most students turned the assignment in on time. Asked for an extension. Who or what asked? A few, right? Has all the elements separated by a comma. It's going to be correct, right? Number 4 is correct. Okay, let's look at number 5. I will take you wherever a need to go to complete the registration procedure. So we have will take is my verb. Who or what will take? I. Wherever, we already saw that's a connector, like where. We have need to go, but this one's going to be incorrect because we have a missing subject, right? We don't know who needs to go complete the registration procedures, right? I will take you wherever you need to go, could be, but yes, it's incorrect because we have a missing subject. Okay, let's look at number 6. I will wait here in the airport with you, whether the plane leaves on time or not. Okay, so will wait, who or what will wait? I. Whether is my connector. And then we have leaves, the plane leaves. Who or what leaves the plane? Yeah, it has all the elements, so it's going to be correct. Number 6 is correct, yes. Number 7, providing the envelope is postmarked by this Friday, your application is still acceptable. Providing, like we saw with provided, is a connector. This goes in the beginning or in the middle. Is postmarked, who or what is postmarked the envelope. Your application is probably the second subject, but here we have a problem. We don't have a verb for your application. So it's going to be incorrect. Number 7 is incorrect because we have a missing verb. Yes. Number 8, as the nurse already explained, all visitors must leave the hospital room now. As is my connector. The nurse is the subject of explained, right? She explained or the nurse explained. As the nurse already explained, yes. And then we have must leave is the second verb, right? Who or what must leave? All visitors. So it appears to be correct, but what's the problem? Exactly. There is no comma, right? It's going to be incorrect because we have a missing comma. Yeah, just because of one little detail. Okay, let's look at number 9. This exam will be more difficult than usual in that it covers 2 chapters instead of 1, okay? Will be, who or what will be the exam, this exam. In that, we already know that's a connector. And we usually have the subject after, right? Covers, or the clause after it. Covers is the verb. Who or what covers? It. We have all the elements, so this one is correct, right? I'm just checking if we have a contrast connector in the middle anywhere, like in that, but no, I think we're good. That's just giving the reason, right? So yes, number 9 is correct. And last but not least, number 10, though snow had been falling all day long, everyone got to the church on time for the wedding. Okay, so this one starts with a connector. Though had been falling is my verb. Who or what had been falling? Snow. Everyone got to the church on time. Got is the verb. Who or what got? Everyone. We have the comma and it's correct, right? Number 10 is correct. No problem there. Okay, so if you have any questions on any of these exercises or on skill 8, 7, or 6, let me know in the comments. Next structure class, we're going to be checking out the review of 6 to 8, and then I think 1 to 8. So we'll be doing a lot of review next structure video in structure number 9 video. And then we will continue with skill number 9, right? So I really hope you enjoyed today's class, today's video. And I will see you next time for the reading skill number 8. Okay, so have a good day. Bye.